JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, 5 arrested following party at which cop was killed. At least 5 people have been arrested for breaching the Disaster Risk Management Act following a party in Harwood District, Clarendon last night, where a constable was shot and killed. According to Superintendent Gary Francis, commanding officer for Manchester, Constable Kirkland Plummer is believed to have been passing the area when he saw a large gathering and stopped to investigate. Reports are that approximately 9:40 p.m., Plummer disarmed a man who reportedly discharged an illegal firearm at the event. The constable was later attacked by the man's cronies. The commanding officer said Plummer received what appears to be a gunshot wound to the face and a blunt force injury to the head, possibly caused by a stone. He said the man who Plummer disarmed was also shot in the process and later succumbed to his injuries. The gunman has been identified as 27-year-old Dwayne Sloss. Francis said they are still yet to ascertain if Plummer stopped at the party in his capacity as a policeman or as a patron. He was on his own. It was not a patrol. We have heard that he was on his way through the area when he stopped to find out what was happening, because a section of the road was blocked off, and we also heard that he was a patron there. We're not sure, but we are investigating that, he said. Francis said that the 5 persons arrested, including the owner of the property, could be charged today or tomorrow. He said the police were able to retrieve an illegal firearm from the scene along with the constable's weapon. However, they are still on the hunt for the cops' killers. We're appealing to persons who would have witnessed the incident to contact the police and assist them in the investigation, Francis pleaded. He described Plummer as a cop who took his job seriously and said he was tactful and fearless. He is not a junior police, but he was transferred to the Spalding area in February of this year. I was told that he was one of those willing police officers, very tactical, hence why he alone took on a gunman. That shows the kind of person who he was. He was a fearless cop and a very good team player, he said. 3.4 magnitude earthquake felt in Jamaica. A minor earthquake was felt in sections of Kingston and St. Catherine this afternoon. According to the earthquake unit, the 3.4 magnitude quake was felt about 2:59 p.m. The epicenter was located approximately 7 kilometers northwest of Trinityville, St. Thomas. It had a focal depth of 6.9 kilometers. Bogwalk Gorge closed as rains continue. The Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, ODPEM, is advising the public that the Bogwalk Gorge is closed due to flooding. Motorists are being advised to use alternative routes via the Edward Seaga Highway and Sligoville. The Met Service of Jamaica said that, as expected, the country is caught under the outer bands of heavy rainfall associated with Tropical Storm Eta, which is moving across Cuba. The Met Service said a flash flood warning remains in effect for northwestern and the southern parishes of the country. Chang calls policeman's murder barbaric. Deputy Prime Minister and the National Security Minister, Dr. Horace Chang, has condemned the death of Constable Kirkland Plummer and assured that the government will support the constable's family. Plummer was killed last night after being attacked by patrons at an illegal party in Clarendon after he attempted to arrest a gunman. Chang called Plummer's death barbaric and said that the incident once again underscores the extent to which some hoodlums are willing to go to attack the police and defy efforts to enforce the law and ensure that good order prevails in society. I urge citizens to cooperate with the police and desist from acts of indiscipline, violence, and general illegality. Your cooperation as a crucial stakeholder is important in reducing the significant levels of crime and violence in this country, he said. I commiserate the policeman's family and his colleagues in the Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF, who are once again going through the trauma of losing one of their members, he added. He noted as well that the perpetrators of the vicious act against the policeman are being pursued relentlessly, as is the practice of the JCF in all cases of criminal acts against Jamaicans. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Andrew Holness has expressed sadness at the shooting death of Plummer. His 3 children have been robbed of their father, and his wife has been robbed of her husband, Holness tweeted this afternoon. The Prime Minister extended condolences to Plummer's family, as well as his colleagues in the Jamaica Constabulary Force. The killing of law enforcement officers, while in the lawful conduct of their duty, must be considered an attack on the state, an attack on our security and our sensibilities. Justice must be served, Holness added. 3 COVID-19 deaths, 34 new cases. Jamaica has recorded 3 additional COVID-19 related deaths and 34 new cases of the virus in the last 24 hours. This brings the overall number of positive cases in the island to 9,506 and the death toll to 221. According to the Ministry of Health and Wellness, the deaths include a 90-year-old man from St. Thomas and a 53-year-old woman from Westmoreland. The ministry noted that the death of a 62-year-old woman, also from Westmoreland, was reclassified from under investigation. Of the 34 new cases, there were 21 males and 13 females, with ages ranging from 2 to 92 years. Kingston and St. Andrew and St. Catherine each recorded 9 cases, while Westmoreland recorded 5. Trelawney and St. James each recorded 3. Manchester recorded 2, and St. Thomas, St. Mary and St. Elizabeth recorded 1 each. The country also recorded 56 more patient recoveries, bringing the number of recoveries to 4,934. Heavy rains impacting roads in several parishes. The National Works Agency, NWA, says rains associated with Tropical Storm Eta continue to impact roads in several parishes. The agency said several roads are now impassable as a result of landslides and flooding, while others have been reduced to single-lane traffic. The NWA said among the major corridors that are now impassable are the Bogwalk Gorge in St. Catherine, the corridor from Spalding to Cave Valley, Clarendon, and Gordontown Road in St. Andrew. The main road from Locovia to Magotty in St. Elizabeth is also impassable due to a landslide at Rice Peace, while Holland Bamboo Avenue has been reduced to single lane due to fallen trees. The agency said that the main road near the Black River High School is also impassable. It urged operators of small vehicles not to attempt to use the roadway between Lawn and Black River at Spring Park, as these areas are now flooded. NWA Manager of Communication and Customer Services, Stephen Shaw, said that teams from the agency are now attempting to reopen corridors which have been deemed safe to execute the needed clearance. He noted that the Gordontown Road, which has been impacted by recurring landslides, remains impassable until it is safe to undertake the clearance exercise. Continuous rainfall in the area and the instability of the embankment pose serious risk for clearance at this time. Meanwhile, Shaw said work crews are now attempting to reopen the main road from Unity to Toms River at Florence Hill in St. Andrew. Similar work is also underway on the stretch from St. Christopher to Glengough at Top Road and at Border. The corridors are currently being blocked by landslides and fallen trees. He also noted that a massive landslide is impacting the main road from Spalding to Cave Valley, Clarendon. Landslides are also impacting the roads from Chorlton to Grantham and the stretch from Sunbury to Cornhill. In Hanover, the main road from Raleigh to Glasgow, which has been reduced to single lane due to fallen trees, while there are reports of landslides impacting the road through Lewisburg in St. Mary. Shaw urged the public to exercise extreme caution in using some of the roads at this time, as embankment failures are likely given the persistent rains over the last several days. COVID-19 cases trending downwards. The Ministry of Health and Wellness is reporting that there has been a trending down in the number of new positive COVID-19 cases in the country over the past month. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Jacqueline Bisesa McKenzie, who made the announcement, noted that based on the epidemiological curve, there was a plateauing in positive cases over the month of September, and for the month of October, we have been consistently trending downwards. We have trended down over the last month from 24 to 10. We have been plateauing at 10 for the last 3 weeks or so, and this week suggests that we are going to be along the same trend. Our hope is that we'll continue to get the positivity rate down, she said. Dr. Bisesa McKenzie was speaking at the Ministry's weekly COVID-19 Conversations digital press conference. Looking at specific parishes, the CMO noted that over the last month, a general slowing down in the number of positive cases was seen in Kingston and St. Andrew, St. Catherine, St. Thomas, Portland, St. Elizabeth, Manchester, and Clarendon. Dr. Bisesa Mackenzie attributed this improvement in the numbers to the strategies the Health Ministry has undertaken to tackle the pandemic. At the beginning of October, we had started to do a variety of community interventions, and we believe that this has worked to decrease the number of cases again. And as we go into another month, we're looking again at our strategies to see how it is that we decrease even further, she said. Dr. Bisesa Mackenzie noted, however, that while some parishes have been inactive in terms of positive cases in the last couple of weeks, some of these parishes have recently been seeing an increase in cases. So, for example, we have been seeing an increase in the number of cases in Westmoreland, and we have to take note of what is happening in St. Anne, she noted. Portfolio Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton cautioned that although there's an improvement in the COVID-19 numbers, people should remain cautious and continue to follow all safety protocols to limit further spread of the disease. The message has to continue to be sobering that COVID is still out there, still present. It is in fewer communities based on testing and surveillance, but we cannot afford to be complacent, he said. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.